Hello, fabulous Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month we have got a lot of energy taking place in a part of the sky that has to do with body and has to do with energy as well. This is particularly true as you start the month. Now, I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up because next month, really lovely things are occurring for you thanks to a full moon that's going to take place in your sign that really is going to be a game changer on a lot of fronts and a lot of areas of your life. In love, in matters close to the heart, in matters that have been a long time coming that you are just ready to put behind you, you're going to receive some really good news. So that's coming up ahead. This month is a time to clear the way in some respects, but also to pay attention to what's happening in front of you, to pay attention to the minutia in some ways of life, to pay attention to how it is that you are living day in and day out and doing your very best with the moment that is in front of you to do something with. So we have got this full moon happening at the beginning of this month. That is a big part of preparing you for the wonderful developments that are going to take place for you next month. And this really comes down to good things happening that you're not aware of. Trusting other people to do what they're supposed to do to create good karma and good energy in your life. Trusting that you've already put good in place, that you've sown a certain amount of goodwill that will reap if you only stay focused on yourself and you only trust. That's really going to be the big challenge this month, and especially in the first part of the month. Because there's going to be an impetus there that is about giving into your fears. And you know that with Virgo energy, I have found that there's such a brilliant mind there, right? Which is why we see a lot of academics, people who do some really in-depth research, have strong Virgo energy in their charts, because it's a really great energy that has to do with looking at something from all these different angles to truly understand. But here's the thing, if you don't give yourself something to think about, to focus that very powerful ability that you have, that energy ends up being wandering around, turning in on itself, and you start thinking about things that don't matter, or thinking about things that really are not leading you in the direction that ultimately is going to empower you most. So you've got this opportunity here now to identify that part of you that may have fear, that part of you that may have uncertainty, that part of you that isn't using your energy wisely so that you can heal it and let it go. And in the first part of the month especially, your dreams are going to be really vivid. Your dreams will be really revealing as well. So make sure that you've got your dream journal close at hand. Make sure you're documenting your dreams because they're going to reveal a tremendous amount to you. Not only in terms of your own process and what you're feeling, but also in terms of an understanding of where it is that good energy, good blessings are trying to find you. All becomes a lot more clear in that dream space. Once we get into the later part of the month, we are going to experience the rare phenomenon of a second of two new moons happening in the same part of the sky. Now, this particular new moon is happening as it did last month in a part of the sky that has to do with your health, it has to do with your body, but it also has to do with the work environment as well as a representation of your daily rituals, a place that you go in and day out. So when I see something like this, and this new moon, the second of two, it suggests to me that getting a second opinion, getting clarity. It suggests news finally coming in, some final changes taking root. What you thought was set and done now comes back for sort of a final decision or a final review, if you will. So lots of positive energy, positive developments associated with this particular new moon, things coming to a culmination, and where it is maybe that you thought an opportunity was done and over with and gone, you may just get a second chance. So in the realm of health, well, it's just as it sounds. This is a time when you could get a second opinion that really clarifies things in a powerful way for you, that gives you the information you need. Last month I advised, and I do remember in the weekly horoscopes in particular, advising Virgos out there that there was the chance of a misdiagnosis there. Well, if you were one of those who got a diagnosis and you didn't really know what was up with that, this is a month when, and especially later in this month, where you get that clarity that you need, where you come to understand what's really going on so that you can be empowered to resolve the situation and experience greater health than you knew before. This can also be a chance when, if you've been experimenting with something, now you really start to reap the fruit and say, okay, yes, that experiment worked, or that experiment didn't work, or it comes to a new health routine. And where it comes to your actual work and the work that you're doing, if you were trying things a different way, this is going to be a time when you understand the best way to go forward. If it felt like people were leaving or there was some shuffling going on, once we get you to the later part of the month, the changes will become finalized. If you're self-employed, this is going to be a time when you will experience sort of clients kind of coming back around, if you will, in a sense, and sort of finishing off projects as well. This can also be a time, I gotta say, where it feels like there's a lot of clients all of a sudden, where all of a sudden you're really in demand, but very soon you figure out your balance and you figure out the best way forward as well. A big theme this month is to take the best of care of you and to trust yourself. So that's on a level of energy, taking the best of care of you, but also on a level of your physical body as well. As you find the right balance, you will find yourself moving in a direction that feels really right, that feels strong and feels clear. You'll find yourself getting answers that you've long been waiting for, or even searching for, answers that resonate as right and true for you.